Hey you guys, we are going to find percentages of numbers today. So 50% of 60, 22% of 85, and so on. Now I know what you might be thinking. You might be thinking, Internet Math Lady, I know 50% means half, so I know 50% of 60 is 30. Well, awesome. I'm glad you know that. So we're going to put a little note here like, okay, I know that's 30. And then we're going to test out this way I teach you to make sure we get 30. Okay, so the first step we're going to do is change our percent into a decimal. Now you may already know how to do this. What you do is you move, there's like a little invisible decimal here, right? You move that to the left twice to get 0.5. Now if you're like, how on earth did you get that? Well, percent means per 100. So what 50% really means is 50 over 100. Now, if you stuck this in your calculator, 50 divided by 100, you would get 0.5. So that is where that comes from. This is just the shortcut way to think, oh, move the decimal over twice, but that's really where it comes from, okay? The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take that decimal and multiply it by the number that I want to know, the percentage of. Then I'm going to grab my calculator and do 60 times 0.5 and cross our fingers, we get 30. Oh my gosh, we did. So when I multiplied those, I got 30. Beautiful day. All right, we probably know 50% is half, but 22%, I definitely can't do that off the top of my head. So again, we are going to change this percentage into a decimal. So moving it over twice, we get 0.22. And then we are going to multiply that by the number I want to know 22% of. So I'm going to multiply it by 85. So I go 0.22 times 85 and get 18.7. So one way you could think about this, if you wanted to buy something that was $85 and you had a coupon for 22% off, this is how much money you'd be saving, right? $18.70 is one way you could think of that. All right, let's figure out what 35% of 15 is. So my first step is to change this percentage to a decimal, 0.35. Just always remember, if you forget how to change it to a decimal, just remember that 35% means 35 per 100, and stick that in your calculator. All right, I'm going to take that 0.35 and multiply it by 15. And let's see what we get. 0.35 times 15 gives me 5.25. So again, if a store is like 35% off our $15 items, well, you'd be saving $5.25. All right, last one here, 82% of 70. So 82% as a decimal is 0.82. And I'm going to multiply that by 70. And here we go. By the way, if you're not allowed to use a calculator, I will link for you a video about how to multiply decimals by hand. Let's go and see what 0.82 times 70 is. 57.4. Okay. Hopefully this was helpful. If you need some more percentage videos, I will link a playlist for you. Thanks.